Everybody knows that the drummer is the most important member of every band. So when opportunities start coming your way as a working musician, or you're getting calls for different gigs, how do we know which ones to take and which ones to pass up on? Before we dive in, I want to offer you our free cheat sheet, which can be found at foundationdrum.com/chart. And what it is a very simple system to learn songs from start to finish in a matter of minutes. And it cuts out all the guesswork and just makes it super quick. And it's just the easiest thing to read. And it's been an absolute game changer for me. So I want to share that with you. So I have a mentor who is such a big help to me early on in my drumming career. And he shared this with me and it's always stuck with me. And it's so simple. You just think of every gig has three parts to it: the hang, the music, and the money. We have those three elements, and basically, if any gig has at least two of those, then you should be fine. If it only has one, then it's most likely you're gonna wanna pass on it. And if it has three, then it's like an awesome gig. So for example, if the people are cool and you have a good hang and the music is awesome, but there's little or no pay, then you're probably still gonna be happy with the experience. Or if the music is good, the pay is good, but the hang and the people are not so fun, it's probably still gonna be all right. And then of course, if we have good fun hang, good pay, but the music is not so exciting, we're gonna be okay too. As I was thinking about it, I remembered my worst experience as a working drummer. It was basically like a hotel and restaurant type gig that I took. I totally just needed money at the time, so I took it. Turned out that it had zero of those three things. The pay was bad, the hang was really bad, and the music was awful. So I couldn't stand it. It was like just a complete dreadful experience. And I think after 2 gigs, I just was totally over it. So I also want to mention, aside from these 3 main parts, there are a few things that you can also consider that are kind of like maybe like a second tier of importance when you're considering a gig. And I think of those like this: the experience, the skills learned, and how it might affect your resume. So for example, if let's say that a gig had 0 of those 3 main things, but still it was I'm just speaking theoretically here. Let's say it was a huge band and they had a lot of notoriety. So if you're talking about a future gig and you explain that, oh, I've played with this person, then it gives you a lot of validity and credibility, then that's still gonna be totally worth it. Even if you didn't like the music, even if it didn't pay, and even if the hang was awful, it's still gonna be worth it because you're gonna have that on your resume. The experience and the skills learned both kind of tie in together. What type of things you're learning in this gig, let's say it's a new style or it's some new aspect of, I don't know, let's say you were learning to run tracks and you didn't know how to do that. So that's gonna be a valuable thing you're learning in that one. So ultimately, does this gig add to your skill set and make you more hireable as a musician in the future? So that's it for this video. I know it's a pretty short one, but that was a super insightful and helpful framework for me to choose gigs over the years, and I hope it helps you. In the comments, I would love to hear what is your worst gig experience and why, just to have some entertainment and to read some of the experiences so we can also learn from them as well. So don't forget, we have our free cheat sheet at foundationdrum.com/chart. If you got anything out of this video, be sure to share it, like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. And also, if you're a drummer who's aspiring to become a professional musician and getting more experience in that area, be sure to check out this video on the 5 skills every pro drummer must have. And we'll see you on the next one.